I see you dancing. I see you dancing in the back to my intro. Very cool.
That's rock and beat.
Yeah, it's a rockin' piratey beat. Happy Friday night.
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Everybody, it's Friday night. Yeah. I so needed it to be Friday night. And it is. Hi, Tom, Beth, Nicole, and Tim. Did I get everybody? And Ray.
Oh,
is
hi.
here. Hey, Ray. Hey. Here we are. Yay. I've got some cool stuff for us to talk about tonight. Paranormal news. Very interesting. Yeah. So stick around, guys. Totally stick around and don't leave. I know. It's just
That was
by the time you
funny.
get to Friday, it's like I'm doing turkey impressions.
I was definitely not expecting that from you. That was good.
I know. It's I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're all here. And I'm glad Ray is here too. And we got some cool stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world right now. I have my Werewolves of London shirt on that my husband bought me because he complained the other day that I wasn't wearing it. I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing it. Here's the proof. It is on me. Lee Ho Fuchs. Oh yeah. Cheddar. And Ray's got cheddar. If anybody remembers cheddar, it's fun
like
in the
cheddar.
language of cheese. And that's
hell is
Ray, our fun chicken paranormal. But yep, got some cool. There he is. There is the chicken. The chicken will be going with us. Are you bringing the chicken to New York?
I can.
I can just see you getting on the plane with your chicken.
I'll do it. I don't care. That just means less people will talk to me.
Well, bring it. You're bringing it. I'm chilling. Let's see. What's Nicole saying? I'm here chilling my brain from all the house stuff. Yes, Nicole. Very happy for you. Congratulations to Nicole. Got a new house and will enjoy all the benefits therein. I have been a homeowner for many, many years, and I can tell you it's kind of like owning a car. It's kind of like owning like 40 cars. And as we all know, there's always something wrong with the car.
Yeah.
So welcome to home ownership. Bless your heart. And I hope to visit you one day. Keep the chicken out of Chinatown. Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. Oh, yeah. Hello, Bill W. Good to see you. Yes, congratulations, Nicole. So very excited for you. And I hope to visit you one day there. And after you've done, of course, all your renovations. No, I would love to come see your house. I am so excited for you. So anybody else have any awesome news for this Friday night? Let us know and we'll celebrate it. And yes, come see me. I'll take 2 years to fix it. Oh, honey. 2 years. That is so cute. So it took us only like 18 and a half to finish ours. So, but you're going to get it done much faster.
Oh, sure you are.
Don't worry about that. Yes, Bill Not Bill is here.
Finished.
Bill, not Bill. Oh, it's never finished. And now my husband is on about buying another house and doing it again.
Whoa, geez.
And I laugh.
That sounds appealing, don't it?
And luckily he never watches my my live streams or videos anyway, so he'll never know that I am laughing on the outside and crying on the inside because 18 years. He said, oh, this is what I love to do. And I'm like, yes.
Just tell him to keep the hot tub functional. I'll be there in October.
Oh, the hot tub. Oi, with the hot tub.
I like the hot tub. What can I say?
The hot tub is here. It is right now. It's a cool tub because it's 90 degrees outside. So, is it ever really done? No, Beth. No, it's never really done. But isn't that part of the joy of home ownership?
Joy. That's a word.
Yes, homeowners. Say yes. Just say yes.
Now that I live in an apartment, every time I see someone cutting their grass, shoveling their walk, I roll down the window, suckers!
Don't gloat. Do not gloat, Dr. Ray, because you don't have to do home maintenance anymore. Oh, God. Don't gloat. Don't gloat. Hey, Parasolo. Hello. Welcome. No, Ray's gloating right now because he lives in an apartment and doesn't have to do anything.
Nope.
Anything.
I love it.
You know what? I don't blame you. Guys, the game is on, by the way. If you want to play the game, play the game. Game's on, play the game, play the
Oh,
game.
we're
Okay.
moving.
We're what?
We're
Oh, yes, you
moving.
are. Yes, you
2
are
floors
moving.
straight down.
Here's the game. Play the game. I know they're moving to, is it bigger? Another apartment? Very
It's
excited.
bigger, another room and a patio.
And a patio.
That's the
That's a big
important.
deal. That's
It
a big
is.
deal. That's a big deal. So, anyway, play the game. The game is on, but we got some cool stuff. So, tonight we are doing some paranormal news because there is some fascinating stuff going on. And I know there's the obvious, and we are going to talk about the obvious that's in the news right now. I almost put an alien dude in my thumbnail, and then I thought the newscaster guy in the thumbnail looks like an alien, so close enough. You love the crystal. Oh, I'm so glad, Parasolo. Oh, that's awesome. For your portal box. Yeah, stick them right on there. They look great. They look great. Oops. I'm always clicking on the wrong thing. So Ray is sneaking up on me. Oh, I don't know. Ray likes to play the game.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
That is the fire siren. Okay, the fire siren's going off. I'm like, I always hear that fire siren.
You're late for class again.
No, late for class. No. Ever since I was an EMT for 15 years, even though I'm a firefighter now in the next town over, when I hear this siren go off, I always listen. I always turn on the scanner to make sure it's not my neighbor. And last week it was my neighbor, so it's good that I keep listening. Anyway, you have anything you want to share with us tonight, Ray, before we get started?
Paranormal wise?
Sandy Wolf. Yeah, sure. Sandy Wolf, one of my wonderful channel members. Hello. And consider being a member of the channel. It's just 99 cents a month. And you get cool emojis during live streams and some little posts from me. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out what else. But you support me a little bit, and I appreciate it. And that's awesome. And also, you're green in chat. Well, you're green in chat here anyway. I don't know what you look like out on YouTube because I'm not in YouTube. I'm just in StreamYard. So, but anyway, I appreciate it if you become a member because it's kind of fun to have members. So anyway, there's that. And I hear the fire and it's really going off. So hopefully it's not my neighbor again. Anyway, so you have nothing else, nothing new, right?
Not paranormal wise, no.
Not paranormal wise. Okay. Although, of course, we know you are coming to New York in a couple of months now to visit. So I'm going to see you in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
The end of September.
Yeah.
And this is just like last year.
I was going to say, we did the same thing last year.
And then 2 weeks later, you're coming to New York.
Yeah.
Which means that next winter or something, we need to come out to see you guys again. Because I want to go to Frankenmuth again. So we have to do that.
I'm all for it.
Yep. So we'll make that plan. But I can't wait for you to come because we have some great plans. We're going to go back to Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, but we're going to go earlier this time so that we don't miss all the really cool stuff.
Yeah.
And what else will we go? Oh, there's some other haunted place my husband found that he wants us to go. So we're gonna look into that too. So that's gonna be very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. Okay, so make sure I didn't miss anybody. Everybody coming in. The game is up. Play the game. Okay, so in the news, or this is kind of in the news. I actually got a kind of a kick out of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some links with you guys. Hang on a second. I'm going to share some links with you, and we're going to do it this way. So this first one, here we go. StreamYard, present, share screen, Winder. Oh, here we go. Chrome tab. Here we go. Okay, that one. Share. Okay, so I found this to be very interesting. Paranormal investigators search for ghosts at the old Idaho Pen. That's the Idaho. Is it the Idaho Penitentiary? Oh, Idaho. So I don't know if anybody's heard of this group, this paranormal crew that is going to be going to, and I have never even heard of the Idaho Penitentiary. I've never actually been to Idaho. There is alien news. Yes, there's some alien news. We're going to do the alien news last. But this place looks really cool. Idaho State Penitentiary says this Saturday night's a modern day Ghostbusters will take over old
Yeah.
Idaho Penitentiary. And they're going to see if they can hear from the people who unalived there. So,
Unalived.
unalived. Big River Paranormal has spent a lot of time behind the walls and bars of the site. So, Big River Paranormal. I have never heard of Big River Paranormal, but I am going to actually, let's see, Big River Paranormal. So, these folks don't seem to have a YouTube channel. For
Can it
shame.
be?
How can you be a paranormal investigator and not have a YouTube channel? Anyway, so they're going to be going there. You can join them if you're over 18 and willing to walk the halls of the old hanging prison at night. Yes, please. JC Brain, the visitor services coordinator, is named JC Brain.
Fake.
Oh, come on, Bebo. So I don't know anything about this place, but the Idaho Pen. So, okay, you're going to laugh because all day I have had sitting here on my computer a picture of the old Ohio Penitentiary. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I've been
oh,
there.
great. I'll be able to show people this picture when I talk about it tonight. I'm like, Idaho. I only just realized it's Idaho. I don't know anything about this place. So I am going to have to do I'm going to have to check into this place because I've never heard. Have you ever heard of the old Idaho Pen?
No.
Never mind that I've never heard of Big River Paranormal. So Big River Paranormal, whoever you are, I hope you have a wonderful time. I don't know how old. No, this article is from yesterday. So that means that I don't know it. They don't even have a link to them, which is really mean that whoever wrote this story did not link the paranormal group, which makes me think they don't have any kind. Let me see if they have any kind of web presence. Hang on. Big River. Here I am shouting them out. Big River Paranormal. They have a website, but it has a red exclamation mark next to it. So my safety sentry stuff on my computer is saying don't click on it. So what that means is they haven't gotten an SSL certificate or something like that. So I'm not going to click on it, but it looks like they are talking about old Idaho Pen. They must have been offering for people to come with them. They have Facebook. Okay, so they're Facebook people. Okay, I'm not in Facebook right now, but I'll have to check them out later. I wish I could click on their site, but I'm not going to take a chance. So, but that's cool. So they are going there, and that's just a place I've never heard of. And I just got a kick out of it because I thought, oh, this is a slow news day, I guess, or something, wherever they're reporting from. But they're reporting that this group is going there.
They're
sounds to
recruiting.
Yeah. Oh, are they recruiting? So it sounds to me like it's probably something like the groups in Gettysburg. Is that what it is? Because it says they've been there many times before. So if you live in Idaho,
looks
near
like they
Boise,
do some sort of con event. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you are in Idaho near Boise, it sounds like this is a group that you can go on ghost hunts with. So, and this looks like a very cool venue that they obviously have access to. So I just thought this was really interesting and I wanted to share that with you guys. So now I'm going to take that out of there. So the next one that I want to share with you is this is an article about, now I know there's been a lot of alien stuff in the news lately. You know what? I'm going to save this alien one for later. Let's do the next one after that because I thought this was interesting. I'm going to do all the alien stuff together. I'm not a big alien channel, but I just found that this was very interesting. So this one is creepy. This is in the creepy category. Let me share this one with you. Hang on. Stop screen, present, share screen. I wish I'd make this just a little bit easier. Okay, so this one is the vampire skeleton. Why can't you see that? That's so weird. Vampire skeleton block. Vampire skeleton found pinned to the ground with a sickle around the neck.
Wow.
So, Yeah, so this is a very interesting story. And there's a lot of old burials that people have found. I mean, not a lot, but there are a number of old burials people have found with the skeletons with stakes through them and stuff. So obviously the fear of vampires was mighty at a certain time in history. And I'm talking hundreds of years ago, not just, during the time when all these modern stories were being written. But this says the skeleton of a woman buried with a thin metal sickle around her neck. If you don't know what a sickle is, you'll see in a minute. It is a gardening tool for whacking down weeds, I guess. Um, but they say that it was there to stop her from returning from the other side. The research team, Archaeology Institute of Nicolaus Copernicus. I didn't know there was a Nicholas Copernicus University. Nicholas Copernicus University expedition, led by Professor
Professor,
Dariusz
worried about you.
Polinsky. So obviously this is not in America. Discovered the skeleton in a 17th century graveyard in the Polish village of Pien. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. An iron sickle was placed around the woman's neck, and there was a padlock around her big toe. Now, is there something I don't know about vampire lore that has to do with the big toe? Anyway, I'm going to show you the picture from this article. According to Polinsky, the strange burial was performed because the villagers may have thought the woman was undead, which is very different from being alive. Anyway, here's the pictures.
Undead.
Aren't they lovely? Unalive. Unalive. So there she is, and there's this thing over her neck. So there's pictures of the woman's skeleton taken by, I'm not even going to pronounce, well, yes, I am, Lukasz Suzuki. That's my guess. Suzuki. The iron sickle on her neck may have been placed there to prevent her from, the sickle was not laid flat. Okay, it was not laid flat, but placed in such a way that if she tried to get up, her head would have been cut off. Yeah.
Cut her head right off.
If she got up really, really fast.
Yeah.
After she passed. I don't think that's what she would have been doing.
After she was unalive.
Okay, the padlocked big toe also possibly symbolized the closing of a stage and the impossibility of returning. Okay, I have a friend actually who is Polish, from Poland. In fact, she was just there. I'm going to ask her about the big toe thing. I have never heard about the big toe being a key to coming back from the afterlife, but I don't know everything, do I? Let's see what they go on to say here. Vampires and other supernatural creatures have plagued the imaginations of people across Europe for centuries. You think? According to the Scientific American weighted in on this, certain diseases resulting in extreme psychological and behavioral changes like that one and rabies and tuberculosis sparked fears in other villagers that the sick person might be dangerous, and when they die, they might return. So your poor family member like catches rabies or has tuberculosis, and you're like, oh, let's not worry about them being so sick now. Let's worry that as a result, they're going to come back. Because why? Because they're pissed that they got it. I mean, come on. When they were buried, they were often restrained or damaged in some way to prevent them from rising from the grave. Okay, and then it gets to be, but I don't know where this person sourced out this information. Ways to protect against the return of the dead. That's like for dummies? Is that a book?
Yeah.
Ways to prevent
Cliff Note version.
Returning from the dead for dummies. I'm gonna write that book. Include cutting off the head or legs. Well, that makes sense, right? Placing them face down, that one I've heard of, to bite into the ground. The Bernie, and the smashy. So somehow somebody came up with a new one, which I guess should be added to the list. However, the young woman found it was treated with respect in comparison to women at the time who were accused of having supernatural powers. what did they say that was 17th century? Okay, so the 1600s. So we're talking witch hunts, which again, everybody thinks witch hunts went on everywhere and everybody was burned at the stake, and that isn't true. Not to the extent that everybody thinks it was. Okay, so but this woman was lucky, they're saying. She was lucky. She was neither ritually pew-pewed, nor was she one of the convicted in the witchcraft trial, according to Mr. Polinsky. How he knows that, I have
she's
no idea.
obviously a vampire.
Oh, wow. These individuals were treated in a different way. Usually, they were thrown into provisional graves, e.g., at the gallows. Okay, so that's a strange. So the gallows is where you would, and then there. Okay, one hypothesis about a woman is that the locals may have feared her revenge. Oh, what'd they do to her? It's possible that in her life. This is all they're all positing here. It's all like opinion or guessing. They're guessing basically. It's possible in her lifetime she experienced a tragedy and was harmed. On the other hand, her appearance or behavior might have provoked the contemporary residents to be afraid of her, but this may only be proved by more research on the skeleton. So you're going to research the skeleton to figure out if her appearance provoked backlash from her neighbors? No, you're not. You're not going to figure that out. There's nothing so anomalous about her skeleton that you're going to figure it out. Like, in fact, she looks like she has. Okay, so she had one bad tooth. She did have a bad tooth, so maybe, but I doubt that. Anyway, I thought this. Oh, there's more pictures. So what's that? Oh, is that the big toe? What the padlock placed on the skeleton's big toe? Okay.
Just on
Okay,
top
so
of it?
The lock looks bigger than like her
The foot.
whole foot.
Yeah.
Well, that's a heck of a padlock. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this was a very interesting story, and I thought I would share that with you guys. Obviously, we don't bury people like this anymore, and people are not thought to be vampires, not in the traditional canon sense of a vampire. So I thought it was an interesting story, and that's something if you want to look up some more information about that. Lady with a sickle on her throat. Okay, let's see what else we have.
You don't see that every day.
Well, you don't see that. Thankfully, you don't see that every day. And obviously you don't see it for hundreds of years either, because they dug that up, and from the 17th century, they know that much. The lock weighed her down. Yes, the lock weighed her down. Absolutely. Thing is, I don't know how they thought it was going to stay on her foot, and if she did come back, she'd probably be swinging that thing around, really pissed because you put a lock on her toe.
But her head would pop off.
That'd piss me off. Well, then you'd have this really pissed off headless woman swinging a lock. I mean, is that what we want, people? Is that what we want? Come on. Has nobody ever seen The Legend of Sleepy Hollow?
Sounds like a fever dream.
Yeah. What's the Christopher Walken and those teeth? Oh. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to talk about aliens now, because why not? Because it's all over the news, not making me happy. I have told you before, I don't want there to be aliens, because if they can get here, but we can't find them and get there, they're smarter than us. And I think that could be a problem. If you've watched any Outer Limits or Twilight Zone or any scary outer space movie, they could be smarter than us, and I don't think it's a good thing. So all these people that are so excited to find out if these are really UFOs, y'all crazy. But anyway, I digress. So first of all, we have the UFO hearing key takeaways. So the UFO hearings have been going on, which I still can't believe there's actually hearings going on about UFOs. It's really not about UFOs. It's really about people trying to figure out and have the government tell us what they've not been telling us all these years. And I am hoping against hope that it's not, that there's, aliens. There was truth in the X-Files. That was a good show. I always meant to watch that whole thing and I didn't. So let me, wrong one. Almost screwed that one up. Ooh, that would have been bad, and I would have disappeared. Okay,
Oh,
so the hearings have been going on, which is crazy. So let me see what the witness said in addition. Okay, so here we go. Let me share this. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. These crazy things. Okay. So I don't know how much there is to show you from this, but the hearings have been going on, and which is amazing in Washington D.C. Regarding unidentified anomalous phenomenon or UAPs, the new word for UFOs or Foo Fighters, as the pilots call them.
I'll
And
be
they
right back.
actually have having hearings in the executive branch. It's just amazing to me. But what they're talking about here is one of the things that they're talking about is what they call the Tic Tac video in 2004. Now, a lot of these videos that we're finally seeing are from the early 2000s. So think about that. It's like 20-year-old video, and we're finally getting to see it now. I think there's a lot of reasons why we're not being shown these things sooner. First of all, hello, mass hysteria. Honestly, people like me who don't want there to be aliens. Also, I find it hard to believe that it's aliens, and I'm thinking that it's more domestic, man-made. I mean, we have to protect ourselves somehow. So these witnesses said that current reporting systems are inadequate, and there's a stigma, so pilots don't want to come forward. So these F-18 pilots came finally. They didn't actually come forward. I mean, I think these things finally were released. I don't even know how these things were finally released, but they're retired. There's no fear of them, losing their livelihood or anything. And so they're coming forward to say that they saw these different things when they're flying. And a lot of these videos are just out there, and they look a lot like this. So basically what you're looking at here is what a pilot sees, I believe, in his helmet when he is flying. Hey Dina, how are you? Thanks for coming. What a pilot will see in his viewfinder when he's flying these jets at speeds I still can't believe humans can actually fly. I find it hard to believe that humans can actually think that fast. So all props to these guys. And they've got a number of these videos, and I'm going to show you a couple of them, the actual videos, because I don't think I can. This site isn't showing the video; they're just showing one clip from it. But this gives you an idea what they see, and basically, you've got his horizon. He's got his horizon there, and that's his wings level. And when he moves, that will move. And then he's got, I believe that the anomaly, the thing he's seeing, is down below that looks like the Imperial fighter, because I am that kind of geek, and it looks to me like a Star Wars Imperial fighter. But basically, his view, he's locked in on it, and the thing he's seeing, the UFO or the UAP, is that dot in the middle. So now they're saying that Congress is pushing for UAP UFO transparency, which is my only question is why. I don't know why, but evidently they're a bipartisan group of senators are introducing an amendment. Of course they are, to the annual defense spending bill currently making its way through Congress, modeled off legislation aimed at revealing government records about JFK would require that the executive branch hand over UAP records to a review board. Of course, we need another board to with the presumption of immediate disclosure. So that Schumer is our senator from here, from New York, and he's a piece of work. But anyway, that's a whole different subject. But yeah. So they're having all these hearings. They want all these records released, and it's very interesting because what it says to me is that I think the higher echelon knows what they are, and these lower echelon dudes, they don't have a clue. And if it is something that's actually earthbound, domestic, human made, and has to do with national security, good luck. You're not going to get it. So let me close that one out. So I have another one here. Let me go back over here. So that's the hearings, and this one is one of the key. You've probably seen these videos. Let me see if I can have it come up here. Where is it? It's the one that was over hearing flying objects. Okay. Oh wait. All right, I don't think there's a picture. Oh, there isn't a picture of this one. Okay, so one of the biggest, the what's the word for it? Not the most popular, best known stories is about the supposed UFO that flew over Vandenberg Base in 2003. What was that? Did something just fall?
That was me smacking my hand against the desk because I'm a freaking clumsy idiot.
That's all right. It's okay. As long as your hand is okay. So, yeah, so the flying object, the size of a football field, supposedly flew over the base in Vandenberg, the Vandenberg base. Back again, here we go. Hang on. Back in 2000 and what was it? Where is it? Where did my article go? In 2003. So again, we're talking 20 years ago. But there's no pictures, of course, which makes more sense to me that there's no pictures, but you have to know who you're believing. So, an unidentified flying object the size of a football field, think about how big that is, hovered over the Vandenberg Air Force Base in 2003, according to these witnesses. Okay, the hearing on Wednesday, the Oversight Committee, National Security, blah, 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 blah. The whistleblower testimony also highlighted UFO programs from the government in what retired Major David Grush described as a multi-decade secret. So the testimony about it the testimony about the alleged UFO sighting was brought forward by a former Navy fighter jet pilot. So you think about these people, like these guys they don't mess around, they don't make things up. Okay. This Navy fighter, Ryan Graves, who has since founded a nonprofit organization focused on UAP sightings, called Americans for Safe Aerospace. Here is what he said when asked about the Vandenberg base incident in 2003. And this was at the hearing under oath. This is what he said. In 2003 timeframe, a large group of Boeing contractors were operating near one of the launch facilities at Vandenberg Air Force Base when they observed a very large 100-yard sided, I guess that means 100-yard on the side, red square approach the base from the ocean and hover at a low altitude over one of the launch facilities. The object remained for 45 seconds or so before darting off over the mountains. Very frightening. That would be very frightening. And when you consider what it was hovering over, it wasn't hovering over your neighbor's house. It was hovering over something that, has to be protected. A launch pad. It's a little unnerving. Graves said the event happened at approximately 8:45 a.m. So it wasn't like it was, midnight and they'd been out partying all night. It was bright and early in the morning. They should have probably all been fresh-headed. The UFO sighting was followed by another 24 hours later. Supposedly the same exact thing happened again. Later in the evening, post-sunset, there were reports of other sightings on base, including some aggressive behaviors. These objects were approaching some of the security guards at rapid speeds before darting off. They're not saying how big those objects were. I mean, if they were the size of a football field, again, that would, approaching a guard, that would be something that you'd want to mention. So I'm thinking these were smaller items. Graveyard, the information he received was given to him through one of the witnesses that approached him at his nonprofit organization. The same witness came forward to him, as held documented police blotter and records about the event. So they actually reported it to the police. Okay. So now they're all talking about government transparency, yada, 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 yada. But imagine that. And of course, we're talking about 2003. It wasn't actually today, if that had happened, it'd be freaking all over TikTok. Absolutely. And it would be on Instagram like that. And the whole world would know. And good luck keeping that up. Snapchat, man. Hey, hon, look at that. It would totally be there. But 2003, I guess we were pre-instant gratification social media. And so it wasn't. But do we believe them? That is the question. You know, it's sort of like when you think about us, right? What we do in the paranormal. It's like, well, why should people believe us? You know, obviously there are those of our ilk, but not really, who make things up, and it's hard to believe them. And but on face value, it's easy to debunk them and say, "Oh my God, you know that's not real." But then there's those of us that try earnestly, and we're more boring, of course, as a result. And yet, we want to be believed, you know. But why would you believe us? Well, because every other facet of our lives is totally normal. We have families, we have jobs, we have houses that we have to fix all the time. We have a car. I've got an annoying dog. I'm just like anybody else, except that this one part of me has to do with these paranormal experiences that I've always had. So when I tell you that I've had a paranormal experience, do you believe me? Why wouldn't you believe me? This man is a naval fighter pilot. I do you know what that entails? I can't even close my eyes and imagine what that entails. And I find it hard to believe that a pathological liar could actually become a Navy fighter pilot. So that's what it is a matter of if you believe them, and then we're right back to, do people believe at all? And I always tell people, it's not a matter of what you believe, it's a matter of what you believe is possible. So anyway, so that's that part. And then let's see if I have, okay. I do have a couple of little videos I'm going to show you, but first, this means he's very smart. Yeah. Well, they're very smart. And the hand-eye coordination. Wait. Okay. So the last one I have here is what was it? Oh, let's see. Pentagon. What is this the one I had up a second ago? Let me see. I have a bunch of these links. Here, this one. Okay. So this one, we might actually be able to watch it. And I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for playing it, but I'm gonna. I remember UFO when I was little. My brother tossed me in a ditch and we lay there to the lights and windows. Ooh. Wow. Nah, Ray's not being quiet. He's very contemplative.
I'm a thinker.
He's a thinker. He is a thing, and he knows he can pipe in whatever he wants to. So
Yeah.
let's see.
I used to feel guilty about interrupting you, but now I don't.
I just let her rail on.
Well, once you get ahead of steam, you don't even need me to talk.
I know, right?
But that's okay. I'm not mad.
Good. I'm glad you're not mad.
I enjoy this time. It's fun.
I want you to be here. So this one, the Pentagon declassified 3 UFO videos. These are probably the most famous ones that everybody has seen. They're out there in the public. This is a public article on CNBC. The declassification of the videos late months. They've only just declassified them, which is interesting. Clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real. So evidently, the video footage that has been circulating is real. Real what? We don't know yet, but real footage. In other words, it really is from Navy fighter pilots. The footage, which shows unidentified objects flying at high speeds in the Earth's atmosphere, along with audio of the Navy pilots expressing shock and awe, was initially
in answer to Sandy's question about UFO comment for me. I have 3 short UFO stories if you'd like to hear them.
I would. Wait, hang on a second. Let me. Okay, go.
When I was about, I want to say 17, 18, I woke up and I thought I was having sleep paralysis. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I could see the clock. There was the whitest, brightest light coming through all the windows, all of them.
Wow.
I was in a room with 2 windows, one on one wall, one on the other. And there's no way that was a a car. Because it couldn't be. 'Cause it
Mm.
was like all over. And I couldn't move, but I could move my eyes. I could see out the window.
Oh.
Everything was lit up.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
Wow.
So
What
I believe that
happened?
nothing. That's exactly what happened. And then it
Well, because
disappeared. It disappeared, and I could move.
but you probably wouldn't. It was probed. You probably would not remember if something happened. Wait, you said you had three
Yeah,
stories.
yeah. Then in 1986, I was at a girl's house in this small suburb of Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
and her father, who hated my guts, was in the backyard with a telescope. Okay, so up in the sky, I see like a smoke ring, and it was gigantic, but it looked like that big, like
Through the telescope or with
no, no,
your
no. With the naked eye, you can see this smoke ring, and
okay.
he's going, and I can hear him. And this guy hates my guts. I mean, really hates me. And he's going, "Oh my God! Oh wow! Ray, come over here and look at this." And I'm thinking it's a trick. He's gonna like
Is it
cold cock me,
it's a trick.
you know.
Hey Andrew. Oh no, that's terrible.
So I looked through the telescope, and I don't. It was a UFO. It had to be. It was going straight across like this, and then it would stop, and then it would drop down, and it would drop up, and then go. It was
Wait, the smoke
nuts.
ring?
No, no, no. It was a UFO.
Okay, but
The
not in
smoke
the
ring
oh
is when it came into the atmosphere. I'm almost positive of it.
oh
It was
wow.
insane.
Oh my gosh.
So that's my second story. That
Okay,
was a
one
UFO.
more.
That was the UFO for sure. Um,
Hey Betty.
1990
Uh-huh.
is when I met my wife. We were at her house. Her parents lived in the country. I mean,
Okay.
the country. There's no street lights. There's her road wasn't even paved.
Mm-hmm.
We're laying on a blanket in the middle of the night. She fell asleep, and I'm looking straight up, and there's a lot of meteors. I guess there maybe was a meteor shower, but they don't
Nice.
go like this. They,
No.
they just
No, not
don't.
generally.
No. And I'm watching this thing going, oh my
Wow.
God, that is a UFO. Yeah,
Wow.
it was
Oh
nuts.
my. Wow. That's three different experiences, Ray?
Hmm.
And
And
you've not noticed anything since.
I don't try to pay attention anymore.
Well, you don't lay out under the stars
No,
anymore.
no, no. My mother was deathly afraid of aliens, and so I believe she was visited as well. And
Wow.
I have no memory of being abducted or anything, but maybe I was. Who knows? I don't know. It's a cool story. But
Wow.
she was so afraid of it, she
Hey,
wouldn't let us go
Tanya.
see E.T.
To let you see a movie?
She wouldn't let us go see E.T.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Bizarre.
my goodness.
And, and,
Wow.
and even at the time, I was thinking, this is peculiar because
Well,
this is like a children's movie, but it's about an alien.
well,
And
we all have our own foibles. We all have these little things that we're afraid of. Like, you know how I feel about aliens. I I
yeah,
don't I don't want there to be aliens because no, guys, think about it. They're going to be a whole lot smarter than us.
yep,
They may not be as pretty as us, but they're going to be smarter than us. Okay. Because we haven't figured out how to make little ships that do all that and then go somewhere else. And I heard somebody today was online and they were in a chat and they were saying it's because they're here and they're underground. I'm like, oh, that does not make it better. Okay, because I saw that movie too, and it's called The Tomorrow War. No, no, that's not better. So I am hoping that none of it's true. Cynthia, there has to be other life. Well, no, no, there doesn't.
Andrew,
We have enough problems. We have enough problems. I can't even imagine. I
we
can't
need
even
we
imagine.
need a problem where we can all get on board. and I think that's the
well,
problem.
that'd be the one. That'd be the one. You like the Tomorrow War? My husband loves that movie, and it flips me out. It flips me out, that movie. But okay, so this one is where they're telling us that the Pentagon has declassified these three videos. Now, the Department of Defense released 3 videos from Navy pilots. Again, I'm guessing they're from, like, let's see if the dates on there. It's probably, again, 20 years old. Oh, here, 2000. They were first leaked in 2007. So they are at least 20 years old, these videos. I think we can watch them. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for playing it, but let's see. Watch now. I don't know if you guys will hear it, though. Let's see. Because the pilots are talking on these. And this is what it looks like, these little things. But the thing is, we're not realizing the scale. Okay. Nor are we realizing the speed. Because remember, these guys are flying fighter jets. Okay. Fighter jets aren't prop jobs. They're not going at 100 knots, 90 knots. Okay. I mean, they can break the sound barrier in these things. They're whipping. So let's see if, I don't know. Let's see if we can do it. And you let me know. Oh, of course, we're going to have an ad. So I'm going to silence the ad. So let's wait till the ad is over, and then we'll.
If it helps, I can hear that.
Oh, good. I silenced it so that we don't hear the ad, as much as it makes me want to have a Whopper. But okay, let's see. Okay, they declare.
Full screen that.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
It's a TIE fighter.
It is. It is. It's meant, so the declassification is meant to clear up any misconceptions.
By the public.
The misconceptions of whether or not the film is real. Like, there it is. Whether the film is real. But of course, they've released it, so now we know the films are real. But what's in the films, we don't know. We don't know if those are real. We just know the films are real. You understand? Now we know the films are real. So that's what we know. We know now that the films are real. And then that's what they kind of look like. They didn't show the whole video either, and radar was jammed. I watched this on the news. Right. So it's been on the news. It's been out there. So let me see if I can bring up the one thing that I have here. Let me see. Present video file. Okay. Let me see if I can find what I pulled out. And I will be honest with you guys. I pulled these out of Canva. So I know that I can use them, and they are they're public. So let me see if I can bring them up. Okay, so basically it's going to look very similar. I believe these are real because I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's people, and there's no sound. There's no sound on these, but literally Canva, the program that I use to do all the graphics and my intro and etc., had these in them that you can use. So this is basically, there's no, but remember what you're seeing, this little thing that you're seeing is the picture is being taken from a jet that's moving. So they're moving at a similar speed. If the jet was moving and that thing was moving very slowly, the jet would whip right by it. So that thing is moving. Here's another one. So the thing, whatever it is, whatever it's doing or not doing, it's doing at the same speed as a fighter jet. And that's what people sometimes, I think, forget when they're looking at these, when there's no audio. Like, the audio really gets you ramped up, really gets you going. You're like, oh, listening to the pilots, like, oh my gosh, it's going against, like that guy on the last one, it's going against the wind. These drive me nuts because honestly, I get it. He's following it. But to me, it looks like something on his lens. I don't know. So I don't know. But then again, they've released those 3 videos. And the videos are really from Navy pilots. So this is the kind of thing they would see. It's very strange to me. Now this is actually an F-18. But people reported it as a UFO. So I stuck it on there on the end.
Was it on fire?
Hmm?
Was it on fire?
No, it wasn't, but it had something. They were doing something, but it literally F-18 jet, like a lot of the jets that followed that got a lot of this footage. That was one of
Yeah.
them. Yeah. So very interesting stuff. I have not actually been watching the hearings because honestly, every time they're like, "Oh, there's hearings," like I just, you know what, paraphrase it for me and give me the short final version. I just don't have the patience to listen to it. Plus, I can't deal with how cantankerous people are at these hearings and how they go at each other, and I'm just I'm just not into it. So it's mean. I just don't enjoy watching it. So it's going on, and I'm sure when it's all done, we're going to get some kind of final version of it. And I'm going to my guess, we're not going to know much more than we know now when it's over, but we will have gotten to see this whole show. And yeah, so that's what I think is. You watched all of it, Sandy? Wow, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I mean, I can't even stand to watch Parliament, when they show you stuff going on in Parliament in England, because they literally stand up and scream at each other. And I'm like, that's not mature discourse. I don't get it. But that's the way they've been doing it there since like the beginning of time, so they're not going to stop
No, why
anytime
would they
soon.
stop?
Why would they stop? Hey, they still have a king.
Mm.
Why would they stop? Bless their hearts. I love the British people. But yeah, so it wasn't like that at all. It was very respectful. Well, that's good. I'm glad it was, because I've seen some of these hearings, and it's just, I mean, I get it. I get it. Some people maybe deserve it. Some people who have done naughty things might deserve it, but I can't bear to listen to it. I can't bear to listen to it. So usually can't watch stuff like that either, but there was no arguing. That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who are on tender hooks waiting to see what the outcome is. I mean, the outcome, what they want is for everything to be released. So, um, but I don't know how much more there is. You know what I mean? And yeah, I keep seeing these articles in the paper. Oh, we're gonna know the truth. We're gonna know the truth, dude. I mean, if it has to do with national security, maybe we shouldn't know the truth. Maybe we can't handle the truth. Are you going to be upset? Not aliens? I think there's a lot of people that are going to be very upset if it's not aliens.
Well, who else would it be? The Canadians?
The Canadians. What does my T-shirt say? My T-shirt says, "Ah, ooh, werewolves of London." Leho Fuchs, if you know the song, right? Leho Fuchs is going to the Chinese restaurant. At the bottom, it says, "Beef chow mein, so good, you'll wolf it down."
Wolf it down.
Warren Zevon, may he rest in peace. Werewolves of London, great, great song that my husband and I love, and my husband bought me this for Christmas. What about Canadian? Ray. Now you're in for it. All right,
What?
Harley.
Huh?
Jeff is Canadian. He wants to
I'm
know,
half Canadian myself.
what about the Canadians? Oh no. My husband has Newfie blood, actually. He thought for years his family came from Redhead Cove, but it turns out they come from a town over from Redhead Cove with a population of 19.
Mhm.
But they came from Ireland, and half the family landed there. And then they came to Queens in New York. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys this fall. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Gettysburg, and then you're coming here. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So very excited. We're going to make some plans, do some cool stuff. Live streams, maybe we'll have some prizes to give away. But very, very excited about that. Very excited. Yeah. So anyway, I don't have anything else to share. Do you have anything else to share tonight, Ray? Keep playing the game, guys. It's still up.
No, I told my 3 stories.
Those were good
spent.
stories. I can't believe you've had those experiences.
I can't believe I've never told you before.
You haven't. And I've
Isn't that
known
weird?
you now, what, 6, 7 years?
Yeah.
I've known you a long time now.
Yeah.
Because I started doing this. Gosh, I have to look back and see when I started doing this. Just the days run into each other anymore.
Yeah, because I used to play your videos on my show before I even talked to you ever.
That's right. And maybe that's how I got to know you.
It is.
You had a good show. Ray had a good show. He would show each week, he would show clips of people's paranormal videos. And Nicole was doing it for a while. Vale was doing it for a while. And yeah, I think some of the rules changed, so it became a little bit more tenuous to do it, but it was good.
Well, I also interviewed people.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think, we're talking about this alien stuff, and I know a couple of YouTubers who are really, really into it. We should have them on. And let them talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys have to let me know if you're interested in that, because it is the hot topic right now. And I would love to be, I'd like, even though it scares me to death, I would love to have some more insight into it, and they are great guys. I'm talking about Anthony from Unidentified S4.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's wonderful. He's got a great channel, you guys, if you get a chance to check him out. I'll have to put his link on my channel there, but Anthony from Unidentified S4 is wonderful. And he's friends with Eric from Paranormal Highway. And they talk about them all the time. But I mean, he interviews like people involved in the whole thing. He's really good. He's from New York City. I think he's from Brooklyn. So, go New York. I'm to ask him. Yes, Anthony is awesome. Let me find his link. In fact, let me share it with you guys real quick, because he has got a great channel, and he's a lot of fun and very interesting to listen to. I'm going to see if I can put his link. Let me see if I can put his link here. You guys, Secure Team 10. I don't know Secure Team 10. That is, I'm not on YouTube right now, so hopefully you escaped Ghoul Island, Tanya. Tanya and Sandy, a couple of my channel members. Oh, that's great. So that's his link. I don't know. Did it show up? I'm not in the.
Yeah, it showed up.
It did. Okay, good. So Anthony's great. And I would love to have him on actually to talk about it. And his friend Eric from Paranormal Highway, which we didn't talk about at all tonight, does a lot of stuff about all types of subjects. He loves the Mandela effect. He talks about Bigfoot. He has Bigfoot people on, and very interesting, a lot of interesting topics. So maybe we'll do more of that and have them on, because they really are great guys. Oh, Harley, thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Yay! That's awesome. Hooray! Welcome. Thank you so much. That's so cool. You're wonderful. Merci. That's awesome. Awesome. Welcome, and thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here tonight, too. That's so great. Bearstein bear thing? Okay.
Yeah. Mandela.
What's that?
Mandela effect.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I have to have Eric on one night with us too to talk about that stuff, because he's great. Eric is so funny. He's so sweet. He really is. Let me get his channel here.
The Mandela effect that screws with me the most is Charles M. Schultz.
Uh-huh.
Well, for some reason now there's no T in his last name.
Oh gosh.
And it doesn't look like Schultz, it looks like Scholes.
Oh yeah, that's so weird. Well, you know what? I would love to have him on. We'll have to ask Eric to come on too. And you know what? Eric and Anthony together are great. But we'll get them on to talk about that stuff because he knows he has done so much about it. And it's
It
just
looks like
stuff like
that.
looks like what?
That's how Schultz is spelled now for some
Where
reason.
are
The creator of Peanuts. Look at the cat.
Jules? That's weird.
Doesn't that look wrong?
The Monopoly guy, didn't he always have a monocle?
No.
Huh.
See, we need to do a whole show about this because
You
I can tell by
were.
the look on your face you've never heard that one.
You know what? I'm going to get Eric to come on and we're going to go over like every kind of Mandela effect thing is because I think it's enough to make you cross-eyed. And yes,
for
Harley
sure.
was on Eric's show talking about ghost hunting the other day. And I saw some of that. I couldn't stay for a lot of it, but I definitely saw that. Eric is a great guy. Anthony is a great guy. And so is Jeff exploring Harley. So guys, I don't have anything else for tonight, but I'm definitely going to have those guys on if they will come on because you would really, really enjoy them. They are wonderful. So let's make a plan to do that. Also, today I went to a cemetery. I haven't done that in ages. And I found the oldest cemetery in this certain town that I went to. And so I went and I visited it. And I have to go over a lot of footage, but I am going to do that. So I'm very, very excited because it's been ages since I did that.
Ages.
Oh, Yvonne,
It's
it's
the
okay.
Bronze Age.
Oh, thanks for stopping in, though. You missed it. Well, you could always watch back because there's some interesting stuff if you want. And I'll put some timestamps later, like I did with the other lives, so that you guys can just click to the different things. So I will do that. But thanks for coming by. So anyway, let me turn off this banner. And I hope you guys had a good night. And I did today make an outro.
You did?
It's a very short, it's very cute, but I'm going to
down.
play it now. So where did I? Oh, Katie, how are you? Oh, you've been lurking. Well, thank you so much for lurking and thank you for being there. And thank you for that compliment. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you being here. Definitely hit the like button if you can. And if you missed anything, like I said, I'll put timestamps later and you can click back and watch the different videos and stuff. Interesting things. Thank you, Harley, for becoming a member of my channel. I appreciate it so much. And hopefully I'm going to start working on that video, the place I went today, and get that done as quickly as I can. But again, I'm a little rusty because I've kind of taken a bit of a break. A lot going on. Got a second grandbaby coming any day now. So hurry, gamble. Hurry, gamble. We can gamble while the outro plays because I won't shut it off until the absolute end. So everybody have a wonderful night. And we will see you guys very soon. Very soon. Stick around. If you haven't subscribed, please do.
We're doing
And
cool stuff in Gettysburg this
we'll
time.
do Gettysburg, Antietam, and Harper's Ferry.
Yeah. We should
So-
live stream from all of them.
We're going to live stream from all of them. All right, guys. I'm going to say goodnight. Take it easy. I'm going to figure out how to do this. Let's see.